All right, guys, this has got to be one of my favorite transformation looks because it's just super pretty, and I think, honestly, anyone can rock it. It's just a beautiful look all the way around. So, as you can see, my skin is a little lighter than Shay's in the picture. She's really tan. So I am going to mix two things to achieve a nicer, deeper glow. I'm going to be mixing the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Foundation in number 228. And I'm going to be adding Maybelline Master Strobing Light in Deep Gold. Now, I normally would probably be a medium in the strobe light, but because I am trying to get that deeper, glowy look, I am going to go with this tone, or this shade. And I do love this combo together. I've actually been using it a lot. It's just so pretty. It's really glowy. It's not too heavy, and it just gives that really nice, healthy sheen on your skin. So this is a huge plus if you are looking for a nice mixer with your foundation. It's just great. Now I'm going to prime my lids with my MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. This is one of my all-time favorites. Been using it for years. I've been trying other things to prime my lids, but this is, I think, my all-time favorite. So I also like to apply with my finger because the product can be a little dense, so the warmth from my finger helps blend it out a lot easier. Now for my Lorac Unzipped palette, I'm going to be taking the colors Undercover and Undiscovered and just apply that all over my lid, concentrating on the upper brow bone and the inner corner of my eye. And whatever's left over, I will fill my entire lid with. Now I know I'm bouncing around with different palettes, but I just really love this Natasha Denona Star palette, and this is the color Earth. It's just super pretty and matte, and I felt like the Lorac color had a little too much shimmer in there. So I'm using this to basically apply all over my crease. I'm gonna leave my lid open because I'm gonna go in with a nicer shimmery color there. So I do want some contrast there. So I want matte and then shimmer because Shay, if you can see, in her lid, she has this nice deep brown color just on her crease, and then but it is nicely blended out, and then on her lid she just has a little shimmer. So I'm doing that. Then I'm going to go back to my Lorac palette, and I'm just going to take a pen brush, and I'm going to lightly apply that shimmer color just on the lid to make that pop a little bit more. Then I'm going to take my NYX eyebrow marker in deep brown, and I'm going to just fill in my brows. Now Shay's brows are really pretty and soft as well, so I'm going to make sure I brush them up, whatever I do have on my brows. My brows are not super thick, so I just want to give the appearance of fullness by brushing them out. All right, for my lashes, I'm going to be using Spider Effects mascara. This is my Daiso $1.50 eyelash curler. It's one of my favorites. I just love it so much. I even like it more than my Shumera, so I stock up on them, and whenever I feel like they're getting dull, I just replace it. So this mascara is fantastic as well. I'm just putting mascara on before I put on some lashes to give myself a nice base to work with. And then before I do put on my lashes, I'm going to use my Wet n Wild liquid eyeliner. And now I'm going to concentrate on just going really close to the lash line as possible because I don't want anything too dramatic. The lashes I'm going to be using are a little bit more glamorous. So for this, I just want to have a nice base or a nice line to kind of guide the lashes for. Because you will see that these lashes I put on are going to be a little va-va-voom. All right, before I get to the lashes, I want to talk a little bit about them because they're unreleased lashes from my girl Deepa's line called Doe Eyed. I'm so excited for her, and she was kind enough to let me sample some of the new ones out, and this is style number 26. I'm sure it's going to have a different name, but for right now, it's number 26. And let me tell you guys why I love these lashes. They're ultra glam, but they are super real looking. So when you like close your eyes, my biggest pet peeve is that when you wear falsies and you look down and they look really shiny and fake, these look really just natural. Obviously, they're glam, so you can tell that I'm wearing falsies, but they don't have that sheen to it. So especially in pictures, I don't know, I feel like sometimes that takes away from the beauty of the eye makeup. So this is awesome, and I cannot wait for the launch to happen. So be on the lookout for that, Doe Eyed. Okay, now I'm going to take that same color Earth from the Natasha Denona palette, and I'm just going to smoke out my bottom lash line to give that a little bit of nice depthness and color. And then I'm going to go ahead and tightline my upper lash line with my Becca Cosmetics black eyeliner. I love this stuff. I just want it to look nice and black up top. Now for my concealer, I'm really loving this Becca Cosmetics Aqua Luminous Concealer. This is in the shade Medium. What I like about it is that it does offer coverage, but it's very light. So you can layer on with another concealer, but I just really, really love the formula here, and it tends to stay on really nicely throughout the day. You do have to reapply, so if you are looking for something super, full coverage, this is not your concealer, but if you are looking for light coverage that you can maybe build a little bit, this is perfect. So I thought it was great for this look. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend that out with my Beauty Blender and be done with my foundation or concealer. And then I'm going to move on to contouring. Now I'm using my Wet n Wild contour stick. I love this stuff. The color is so pretty. It's just nice and bronzy, not too dark or too light. So I think it's perfect, especially for this look, because I want to look glowy and just bronzy all over. Once I've hit all the places I want to contour, I'm going to take my e.l.f. contour brush and blend all of that out. And I really, really want to focus on being really tan here, so I'm going to spend a little extra time making sure that the perimeter of my face especially has that nice, healthy glow to it. As you see in Shay's picture, she just looks so golden goddessy, so I am trying to get there myself because I am a little pasty these days. So I'm going to work that out. And you want to make sure, especially when you're contouring and blending it all out, you just go into your hairline as much as possible so it looks really nice and natural. And there is no, large spots of color differentiation, especially when you're hitting the perimeter of your face. Okay, now I'm moving on to highlighter. First, I'm going to be using the Spectra stick. Now, this is from a new line that I discovered called Jolie Cosmetics. It is a cream highlighter, and this is in the color Celeste, so it has that nice golden color. I'm basically going to hit all the points that your face would naturally get sunlight on them, and I'm sticking with this gold color. It does come with another pink color, but I'm sticking with the gold color so that way I can just achieve, again, some more of that tan look. So I'm going to hit my Cupid's bow, my nose, the tip of my nose, high points of my cheekbone, and then right above my brow bone as well. As usual, I'm taking my Milani Soleil bronzer, and I'm just going to go over all of that cream contour and just make sure I get my neck and everything. As you can see, I'm starting to get gradually a little bit more tan. Something I like to do is in steps. Layers always help, I think, achieve a more natural look than just piling one color on all at once. And then I'm going in with my Smashbox bronzer. This is a matte bronzer, so I'm going in with that to basically, this is in Bronze Light in Suntan Matte. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because I want my cheeks to have a little bit more of that tan color, but without being shimmery at all. So once I get that, I'm going to go back in with a powder highlighter. This is one of my favorites right now from Hourglass Cosmetics, Ambient Light in Incandescent. And I'm just going to hit all of the places that I put the cream highlighter. And then to finish, I'm going to do my lips in this L'Oreal Infallible Paints Sultry Sangria, and I'm going to top that with my Revlon Super Lustrous Lipstick in Iced Mocha. She has like this nice berry red, but then it has like a deep brown look to it too. So I was just playing around with some other colors, and I really had been wanting to try these infallible paints. They're beautiful, and they're easy to apply. I love the applicator as well. So these are fantastic options of lipsticks if you're looking for anything new. So I'm just doing this, and again, I'm going to apply that Revlon brown, more brownie color on top. Totally forgot to do blush, so I'm going to go back in with my Luminoso from Milani Cosmetics, one of my favorite blushes, just to amp up the apples of my cheek, and then also set under my concealer. That concealer is so great. Honestly, you don't need to set it, but I want to just to have that extra setting power. This is my L'Oreal True Match in W2. But I don't want to be too powdery because I do want to make sure I have that nice glow going on. And then I'm just going to clean up my lips a little bit to make sure I don't have any bleeding around the edges. And now I'm going to move on to the hair. So Shay has this beautiful, really romantic side braid going on. So I'm actually going to be using pretty long extensions. These are length 22 inches. And this is also brand new extensions from one of my girls on social media that I found. Her name is @GlamAngelique, and I am going to basically just use those to achieve a really, really nice long look. So I'm doing a nice deep part, and if you look also at the picture, the braid is on the opposite side of where she parts. So that's what I'm going to do as well. So I'm just going to clip up half of my hair pretty much at the nape of my neck. And what I'm going to do, I do not have a straight line there, don't mind me. I'm going to clip in 2 at a time. So this is my 3-pronged extension. I'm going to clip 2 together, and I'm going to apply that to the back of my hair after I've teased it a little bit and sprayed. And then what I'm going to do is, just to get the effect of really nice full hair, I'm actually going to take my other set of 4-pronged extensions. So that left right there, I did the same exact thing, except it has 4 prongs. So I'm basically attaching 2. So I'm attaching 2 together, and then I'm going to directly apply that on top of the one with 3. So that can seem a little heavy, so you want to do what you're comfortable with, but I'm securing it really well to make sure that it doesn't hurt my head. So you can see how much longer it is than my natural hair, but the color blends out so perfectly, so it's great. So now all I'm going to do is take out the hair that's left over, and you want to treat this really messy. It wants to be really romantic and just kind of effortless. So I'm just going to tease my crown a little bit to make sure I have some nice even volume, because I like volume and I don't always get it naturally. So I'm just going to do that, and then I'm going to, as you can see, my hair is just a little unruly right now at the front, so I'm just going to nicely wave that out with my Conair Infinity. This is a 1 1/4 inch curling iron. As you can see, it needs to be replaced because it is getting a little ratty. I'm going to do that on both sides before I actually start braiding. I'm also going to tease the front of the hair a little bit, because if you see on Shay's picture, she has a nice little swoop in the front. So I'm just going to make sure I get some of that volume up front as well. And then I'm going to just leave that side on the right. I'm going to leave all of that out. So don't worry if it looks like I have a lot of bangs out. I'm leaving that, and I will pin everything back slowly as I go. So I'm just going to move all of the rest of the remaining hair to the side, and I'm going to braid it very loosely. Nothing too fancy and nothing too tight. And I'm also not doing anything crazy here with braids. I'm not doing a fishtail or anything, because she just has a nice loose braid. Once I'm done with that, I'm just going to secure it with a elastic, a little black elastic, to make sure it blends into my hair. And then I'm going to just pull it out so it looks really full. So as you can see, because I used all 4 wefts, it just looks nice and full, and it matches the braid that Shay has going on. And then I'm strategically just going to place and pin back any loose hairs that I have that I want in the back. Her hair is like just kind of push behind your ear, so I'm going to do the same thing, pin it back into the braid a little bit, but again, I don't want it to be too refined. I want it to look a little messy and undone. Okay, and one of my favorite products is this Oribe Dry Texturizing Spray. I'm just going to lightly work that into my roots to give it a nice little amp of volume at the front, because Shay has really nice undone hair in the front, so I just want to make sure I'm popping that a little bit. So I'm going to do that, stick my hair behind my ear like she does, and that's pretty much it. Then I'm just going to take this front part that I have, and you can see I have all this little extra hair. I'm just going to pin that back as well. And basically, we are done with the look. It's really easy, not hard at all. It's the extensions that are doing most of the work here. Everything else is just done. That's it for it. So anyways, I hope you guys liked this look. Please do share, subscribe, like this video, and if you have any comments or questions, please do leave them below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!